is what
To a J.I. At this time, you can sit comfortably and watch this video. She is watching, but let me tell you, the place where I am today, but you are sitting here now, taking chores from the landlord. A year ago, the temperature was 8,500 degrees, or the place you're sitting in, it was covered in ice for millions of years. Both things are true in this 15-minute video. Inside you will find a 4.5 billion year old Earth, looking forward to the journey, that the place where our solar system is today. Clouds of various types of gas and dust. According to scientists, there used to be a star far above the dust clouds. Over time, the energy of the star decreases. It started to happen because of which a huge explosion caused by explosion in space. The dust started pressing against each other during this time. Dust particles in clouds are subject to pressure and heat. Due to large meteorites and letters had changed, and because of this pressure, radioactive material located in these clouds, it was created by gravity, not matter. Due to gravity, hydrogen and helium begins to accumulate amid the pressure of puberty. This caused a huge explosion, and the explosion that gave birth to our sun was that the strata spread in space, i.e., because of the heavy weight of asteroids coming closer to the sun and making a statue of the sun. MP3 is playing. In the last there was a clash due to which, as a result, Mercury is like Venus, Earth and flesh. Planets were formed according to scientists. According to that time, from the Earth and Mother, i.e., Mars acquired the name Sun among the planets. On Earth, Sun's image due to gravity, adding to the image of the Earth, and slowly over millions of years it kept falling on the Earth, and such incidents happened to us. There was a neighboring planet, it was happening here too, due to which it started coming closer to the Earth, and has been attracting. That due to this terrible collision the Earth, parts spread out in space as particles, went in star of a ring Earth image. These orbiting particles started doing. There was a collision which caused our moon to was built. That at that time there was only one ocean on Earth. Used to be, and that was the 1958 grade Celsius. The contender is recovering from the boiling temperatures of. There were all those things which you know today by different names. We know that with time the Earth, it was gradually getting colder, which led to heavy metal and radioactive matter goes to the center of the Earth, gathered together, and lighter materials formed the Earth's surface, grew on Earth for millions of years. There was a rain of clothes in these fallen salt minerals and deposits in meteorites. Water has been fulfilling its duties for millions of years. The rain continued to fall, and gradually the Earth, the upper surface, seemed colder than water. Scientists, according to him, this was the time when faraway deep water, for the first time from volcanoes emanating from within, microorganisms evolved over millions of years. Later, a time came when the Earth's upper surface, the surface was tired of water, and on Earth's innermost core is radioactive, always hot because of the material it is made of. It keeps happening that whenever Prithvi's office, when the ground cools down, then inside the Earth, that the heat cannot escape, causes volcanoes to form, and at that time something similar happened, covered with water. There are thousands of volcanoes on Earth, have also started doing, and for millions of years to come, volcanoes continued to erupt, causing this land was being built over water. Even at this time, there is no atmosphere on Earth, because of meteorites raining from space, was happening, that is, about 3 billion years ago, Earth. But a time came when the Earth's atmosphere, the volcano had started erupting almost steadily, had slowed down, and the Earth's day had passed once. The hour hand used to be. As the years passed, the subtle organisms evolved to live in groups. The first one started about 2.5 billion years ago. Once upon a time, such creatures were created on Earth, so to live it was underwater. Minerals and sunlight used as a bowel movement. Till this time, oxygen was being taken out. Most volcanoes on Earth have stopped erupting. Had been done in these mycobacteria. The amount of oxygen in the atmosphere increases due to. This was due to the presence of oxygen in the atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere began to form, and in the atmosphere for thousands of years to come, the oxygen levels kept increasing, which led to this thinking is prevalent in most parts of the world. Chile spread thousands of years later. The time came when the Earth had more. It is thought that due to oxygen, by that time the life and death of the Earth had begun. Apart from the atmosphere being cool, the bottoms also filled with companionship, due to which the Earth and the atmosphere, iron minerals in the water, people started becoming people from the option located in it. There came a time when tectonic plates move as time goes by. Cracks began to form, causing the Earth's, like the inside of the Earth, many millions of years, like an open boil, and this was the reason why. Because carbon in the Earth's atmosphere, the amount of dioxide increased significantly and acid rain began on Earth. Due to this wind, the temperature of the Earth started decreasing, and the temperature for how many hours that the water above the surface turns into ice. For the first time on Earth, a terrible fire started to occur. The white snow of the whole Earth has defeated this time, was covered with a, usually when the sun's rays fall on the Earth, when they fall, the ground absorbs those rays. But because the whole Earth is searched, and because the snow was white and bright, due to which the sun rays reach the Earth, but after falling she would go back to this place. Because the Earth was covered in ice for millions of years, covered but again located inside the Earth, heat begins to emanate like a volcano, and volcanic eruptions. It started spreading, not hot. Is there a video of children deep in the Earth? Some microorganisms were slowly changing, and now he is using the off-season to bulk up his body and were used to complicate. Meanwhile, there are also small marine life in the water. As the plants began to emerge, volcanoes were erupting, so was the atmosphere, is heated by carbon dioxide in. The ice started melting as time went on, but acid rain may start again on the Earth, due to which the Earth started cooling down again, and then most of the Earth is covered with ice. This happened again and again for thousands of years, and because of this, now marine life gradually evolved according to the environment. Meanwhile, there were many creatures in marine life. The forests disappeared, but those that survived, gradually changing temperatures of the Earth, they adapted accordingly, and after thousands of years, completely because of the sea tree, microorganisms no longer died or dried up. The pirates had looted that when again the volcanoes of the Earth, when the ice started melting, it became sea. Trees grew quickly and spread slowly. The amount of oxygen in the atmosphere began to increase, and acidity on Earth year after year. Oxygen in the atmosphere started decreasing. Due to this, the ozone layer of the Earth started thickening, and about 470 million years ago, the Earth, for the first time, a plant called boss was found on the upper surface of, began to rise, different types of land over time. Once upon a time, plants and trees began to grow. There came a time when the height of the trees on the ground was about as much as 80 to 100 feet, or today's 5 to 6. It had become as tall as a story building. It was a time when sea animals came from the sea, were going out, that the police turned into land animals, were, that most of the ground motion is concentrated in one place, had already formed what we today call the supercontinent of Pangaea, Earth's atmosphere, and the temperature had almost stabilized and was now about. The day used to be 21 to 23 hours long. Marine creatures began to live out of water, and their body color and shape depend on the environment. It was slowly changing into a land animal. The district magistrate transformed into a dinosaur. His body started showing trees and plants, began to grow tall and large. Ganesha used to hunt, so he became smaller and faster, that the upper part of the Earth is gathered in one place. Because of this, most of the land is desert, and most of the forests had become barren due to the sea, used to be close to which the animal source remained, used to do, and about 200 million years ago from Pangaea, significant breakup of Pangaea begins. Because of the division of the Earth, most of the land is in contact with water, whose results started coming on Earth. Greenery kept increasing, due to which channel source became more diverse and larger. The source said that approximately 2 pieces will cost 30 rupees, ruled the Earth for millions of years. That at that time John bore from sea to land, and ruled the entire Earth up to the sky, were that during this time, Africa's Tuta visited India. It hit present-day Tibet, and the intensity of this cyclone, the Himalayas, were formed because of this. About 65 million years ago, the Earth's almost bigger than today's Mount Everest, 4.5 lakh crore people Bajani, a meteorite, speed of approximately 80,000 kilometers per hour, was coming towards the Earth from the Earth's surface. As soon as it was touched, it caught fire and started burning, collided directly with the Earth. The energy released from this collision is equivalent to 10 times the energy released today. It was equivalent to 1,000,000 atomic bombs exploding simultaneously. The animals where this meteorite fell on the night, and the trees instantly turn to steam. As soon as it falls, dust spreads all over the earth. The sea began to flood fiercely. That earthquakes and modern earth movements begin is done. That in a few hours the entire earth, due to harmful gases and dust in the atmosphere, the earth had become hell from both sources. Ghost villages and complete extinction due to starvation has become. I am at this moment our ancestors are inside the ground, due to which he was causing this huge cataclysm, escaped from Earth's atmosphere entirely. It had become black and dark, so that the sunlight could not reach. Earth's surface was unable to reach the ground. Trees and most animals became extinct, due to dust and harmful gases in the atmosphere. Made it rain again on Earth, and then the Earth became cold and covered with snow. But this time, millions of years have passed in the Earth's ice. It hasn't settled for years in 80 to 90. After 1,000 years, this ice started melting. As soon as the atmosphere on Earth becomes normal again, it started happening that way. These small creatures came from the ground, have started to come out. That at that time the Earth's ice began to melt, which caused the cold wave that surrounded Africa. There used to be forests, and meanwhile these land creatures transformed into monkeys. But as the Earth warms Africa, the forest seemed dry for me to eat the things of the forest. The monkeys started facing shortage of food. These monkeys on their feet in search of started walking, which led them to other helped in hunting animals. Gradually monkey apps, i.e. vouchers, these apps are for finding modified food, began to spread to other parts of the world, and gradually the color and appearance of his body changed. Work changed according to the season. We became tribals. We took weapons from them and today invented that we are now slowly becoming human beings. We evolved from religion to family to language, and created culture, and together we evolved, and today we became the most advanced species on Earth. It took the Earth about 20 years to become what it is today. It took 4.5 billion years, and we got from small land animals to humans. Millions of years in the making. But we have invested as much of the Earth in these spices, dirty and ruined more than anyone else has ever seen. The species would not have done it again. Now the Earth and carbon dioxide. Scientists are increasing the amount of believe that there will be a huge change on Earth again. What will the Earth be like in the future? We will find